We've got several systems. Some are safety and some are associated with the clutch and with the all valve fuel return restriction. And we need some muscle to do that. And so that muscle is the CO2, and we use electronic solenoids and we route pressure through the airlines to do these things. You'll hear the cars when they do the startups in the pitch, you'll hear a pshh. That's charging the cannon and getting the cannon in the right place so the hydraulic fluid can do its job. And when we go down the track, we send different pressure to the all valve to restrict the return. So CO2 is kind of the muscle that is electronically controlled either by the electromotion or the grid or by stuff that we just mechanically set in there. So that's kind of the things that are going on here. The next question that we had was, how in the heck did that explosion happen? What does CO2 have to do with that? The car has a bunch of safeties, and one of the safety measures is we need to have that muscle available, that CO2 available. So if the air pressure drops below 110 psi, the grid actually will shut off and shut ignition off because we don't have any of the other safeties to deploy the parachute and do the fuel shut off if the crew person shuts us off, or if we end up passed out and go off through the antennas at the end of the track and the track shuts us down. So what happened with us is we had some air leaks in Charlotte, and inadvertently the air pressure got adjusted down to about 118-ish PSI, 120 PSI. And so when I hit the gas, air pressure demand was, there was an air pressure demand. The air pressure, CO2 pressure in the system momentarily went below that 110 PSI threshold, and the ignition shut off. And once the airlines filled back up, it went above 110 PSI, and the ignition says, I'm coming back on. And that's when we got the big flames. So we've figured out why. We've put together procedures to make sure that A, the system pressures are right before we start the car every time, and just a little bit better routing of CO2 lines so that that doesn't happen to us in the future. Hopefully